Remember when Zsa Zsa Gabor married her neighbor and co-founder of Barbie, Jack Ryan? I do. Despite living next door to Jack and often complaining about his loud parties, the two didn't actually meet until she attended a party at financier Bernie Cornfield's house. The two got to chatting, and she realized that Jack was more than just a noisy neighbor. He was smart and interesting. John William Ryan was born on November 12, 1926 in Yonkers, New York. During World War II, he enrolled in Yale through the V-12 Navy College training program. He started out his career in defense technology, which involved the development of missile systems and aerospace design. In 1955, he joined toy maker Mattel, Natural Progression, where he helped design the original Barbie doll. Now, this did seem to be a point of contention, as Mattel co-founder Ruth Handler claimed that she invented Barbie and named the doll after her daughter, Barbara. Jack's wife at the time was also named Barbara, who went by Barbie, by the way. While at Mattel, he also helped create Hot Wheels, as well as the voice box component for Chatty Cathy. He secured over 1,000 patents during his tenure, which ended in 1977 after he left amid issues with the lack of royalty payments, which ultimately led to a lawsuit. An intense lawsuit. In 1976, he divorced Barbie, but continued with the adult parties that he apparently loved to have in his fantastical home at 688 Nims Road in Bel Air. You know, the home he shared with his wife and 2 children. Guess we know why he was generating so much noise. It probably didn't help that he had also wired over 50 telephones throughout the house that played their own bird sound when they rang. Sure, that was a delight. Anyway, Zsa Zsa and Jack had lunch together the day after the party, and the following day he sent workmen over to her house to add on another floor. She was perplexed, asking him what he was doing. He said, "Your house needs another floor," obviously. It ended up being a replica of the Moulin Rouge. Yeah. And that was Jack in a nutshell. Zsa Zsa was uncertain about him and regretted not picking J. Paul Getty instead. She even introduced the two, with Paul revealing to her new paramour, "You got the girl I wanted to marry." And marry her he did. He proposed in front of 100 guests, falling to his knees and asking Zsa Zsa to be his bride. The press had a field day with their engagement, claiming that he was marrying his very own Barbie doll. The pair were married on January 21st, 1975 at the Las Vegas Hilton, catered by Conrad Hilton, of course. Jack gave her an engagement ring from Van Cleef, and she wore a Bob Mackie gown. Now, I do have to tell you that in her book, Zsa Zsa said that they were married on October 6th, 1976. I don't know who has it wrong, but I can say that Zsa Zsa did not abide by time as we know it. The law of physics was not a thing for her. The newlyweds honeymooned in Japan, where Jack had business with a toy manufacturer. He arranged to have a guide take Zsa Zsa on a tour of the city. Before she could protest, she was whisked away by a strange young man. After taking her to a fancy restaurant where she didn't eat, he turned to her and said, "Now we go to bed." Zsa Zsa was confused, and the guide was just as confused as her, telling her that her husband had paid him to take her to bed. What didn't she get? She demanded he take her back to the hotel, where she did lay in bed, alone, contemplating the future of her marriage. Zsa Zsa knew that Jack had a lot of girlfriends, and she figured that it was just his insecurity, but when they got back to Bel Air, she was made aware that he fully intended to continue his life as a swinger wife-swapper. He refused to move in with Zsa Zsa, retaining his Bel Air treehouse, which contained his ex-wife and 2 mistresses. Whenever the couple had any type of fight, he would say, "Okay, I'll just go down the road to my mistresses." His weird menagerie, as she called it, also contained 12 UCLA students whom he referred to as Ryan's boys. And I won't even get into the room that was painted black and covered in fur. Their marriage only lasted 7 months, with their divorce finalized in August of 1976, and that is how you rack up a lot of marriages. Jack went on to marry 3 more times, with his final marriage in 1985 being to Magda Orzechowski. He lived a life that was fast and hard, often using a cavalcade of substances that at times left him paranoid and made him do some zany things. In 1989, he suffered a debilitating stroke, and 2 years later, on August 12, 1991, he took his own life. Jack was 64 years old. As for Zsa Zsa, while her marriage to Jack may have been pure chaos, it did revive her taste for matrimony. She knew she wanted to be married again, but this time to the right man. Now, I know you're probably thinking, revive? I mean, she took like 7 years off, you guys. Her longtime trusted attorney, Bentley Ryan, had recently passed, and so her divorce had been passed along to Michael O'Hara. While the two had only previously spoken on the phone, when she arrived in Las Vegas to sign her divorce papers, she realized that 6'4" Michael was the right man. Oh, the Charlotte York of it all. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this one. If you did, please save it and share with your friends. It really does help spread the good word of the cult. And don't forget to follow me over on the gram, the tube of the U, just in case, whatever one you prefer. You never know. Good day, and may the cult be with you.